Welcome back. Broadcasting today, this third and final day of the Farm Progress Show in Boone, Iowa from the Rabo AgriFinance tent. We're kind of hanging on to papers and everything because of the breeze, but we're not complaining because it really feels pretty good here on this third and final day. It's been hot the last couple, and I'm sure it'll heat right up this afternoon, but right now it feels pretty good. All right, joining us now is Tad Mozena, Vice President for Rabo AgriFinance with insurance marketing, and that's what we want to focus on, crop insurance. And Ted, that's been the, you talk drought, you talk crop insurance this year, and it has been an interesting year from that perspective. People checking, see what they have, what coverage they have. Some have it for the first time. Some wish they had it that didn't. I mean, there's stories all across the board, but there's no doubt it's the big piece in this puzzle this year that makes the difference for a lot of farmers getting through this drought year.
Oh, absolutely. I think you nailed it. As soon as everybody started realizing, especially in the Midwest, that this drought was going to be a little longer and maintained a little longer, we started getting a lot of calls to make sure if you didn't understand your crop insurance policy, you're understanding it a lot better now.
Yeah, I think a lot of farmers who hadn't had to make a claim in the past were kind of saying, now what have I got in there? And some pleasantly surprised, some maybe not so much. But the key has been now, then it shifted in, okay, now we got to make sure we do everything right to make sure we're in compliance.
Absolutely. We were pleasantly surprised through the acreage reporting process of verifying acres how responsive our clients were to getting information together and getting everything back to us, asking good questions, fully understanding as we were explaining to them everything from the claims process to everything from the acreage reporting process. But the timeliness and working with your agent is very critical at times when you know you've got claims.
That became part of their management program for 2012.
Absolutely. If you're not looking at and utilizing crop insurance as a cornerstone to a good risk management program, you really should be. And as you indicated, there's those people at the beginning of this year that really put that in place and are very, very thankful that they do. And then there's those that may have made some adjustments or coverage levels that are probably regretting it about it.
What are some of the most commonly asked questions through this process?
Sure. Well, right now, obviously, it's coming about claims and the claims process. And it's hard to believe that if you've carried crop insurance for a while, in the Midwest, you very well might not have had a claim. So you really want to contact your agent right away and make sure you're covering all of the steps to get that in. And probably the single best advice to give is talk to your agent right away, even if you think, and get that claim filed and follow up. Some of the other important questions, I think, really, this is the wrong time to be fully understanding your crop insurance policy. Really, at the beginning of the year, working with a knowledgeable agent that specializes in crop insurance really will help you get set up at the front end, at the sales closing date, clear back in March for the Midwest here, to ensure you've got that right. For example, we have we're getting some calls, not necessarily from our clients, but our clients are hearing that, in particular with revenue protection, the harvest price option. Having that harvest price option in place, I think you've got some producers out there that are discovering they may have excluded that harvest price option back in March to save a little money on the premium, and boy oh boy, at $8, you're looking at only being able to get $5.68 for corn for that guaranteed price versus $8+ here.
Yeah, I think even though we like to be optimistic and maybe assume, well, drought this year to be better next year, I think coming off this year, farmers will look at their crop insurance more closely going into next year.
Absolutely, and they should. You know, we like to take the time at Rabo AgriFinance. We've got a couple of agents assigned to each customer so that they have the opportunity not only to talk through it with that field agent, but then have basically a servicing agent on the quality control side going back, rechecking. We do a lot of claims audit at this time of year, which we've been able to save our clients thousands and thousands of dollars over the year, and that's in normal years, if you will, dealing with the company's claims. They do fantastic jobs, but I think this year is going to be very critical that your agent spends the time, make sure you've got the right things in place, and making sure your claim's getting paid the right way.
Yeah, that's their thing. I've been asking this question, has the system been able to handle the volume of claims it's getting?
Well, on the plus side, this didn't sneak up on us. I mean, it has been a very dry summer, and the anticipation that claims were going to be widespread. The companies have had the opportunity to gear up. We have been expecting this for a long time. One of the things that we've done at Rabo AgriFinance is, especially on our clients that are going to have a $200,000 plus claim, that triggers an automatic 3-year RMA review. We have been working proactively with our clients to make sure they've got the records in place so that that does not slow down the claims process. I know everybody everybody is going to be anxious with such widespread claims to get their adjuster on the farm and get paid as quickly as they can.
I was asking you, and I've asked this question of others in the lending industry. Moving forward, do you think we're getting closer to requiring crop insurance when you make a loan, or will be you look at each individual situation and in some it'll be more strongly urged than others, perhaps?
I think you're exactly right. I know as a lender you'll look at every individual situation and the financial strength of the borrower. But I think especially as you come off of years like this, I know at Rabo AgriFinance we take a good look overall at an applicant, but we will want to see what does he have in place for a risk management program, and does he utilize crop insurance as a part of that risk management plan. Obviously as a lender you want to make sure that risk is managed. And
it really does come down to management, because there are so many decisions to be made concerning crop insurance. What levels, what types, harvest option, all these different things. And I think now farmers will probably look at all that more closely than maybe they have in the past.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I think you just touched on this with Chris a moment ago. I mean, we're not talking about a $2 or $3 commodity anymore for corn. We're talking about management decisions that will impact your operation pretty substantially. If you do not have the proper coverage in place or the right level to handle the risk for your operation, you could be talking about some pretty significant impacts on an operation.
And again, bottom line, Rabo AgriFinance, when we talk crop insurance, you offer these options. This is a big part of what you're doing.
Absolutely. We've got agents in the field. I think Chris talked about www.raboag.com to be able to find local folks to be able to help you out. And again, through our process of a team approach with a couple agents for each one, we do provide a high level of service and being able to work with clients.
I guess like any other insurance, you hope you never have to use it. And sometimes when you're not, you're thinking, why am I paying this? But it really only takes that 1 year like this to make you realize how important it is.
Absolutely. And that's we've heard that time and time again already from our clients, where they're saying, well, I guess that's why I'm covered, and thank God I do.
Good to see you, Tad.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
All right.